Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. It's Lisa again here with a week ahead reading, this time for our beautiful Virgos. Hi Virgo, I hope you're having a great day so far. Let's jump in and see what's happening for you guys this week. Also, if you could please like, share, subscribe, I would super appreciate it. I'm actually trying to grow my channel and it really helps me out. So if you appreciate the work that I do, please take a second and just do that for me. Thanks. Okay, jumping in. What's happening for Virgo this week, please, Spirit? Messages for Virgo for the week ahead. Oh, the Hierophant. Nine of Wands. Five of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands. The Empress. Five of Cups. And the Magician. So the first thing that I'm getting when I jump in your field this week, guys, is that the energy could be very up and down for you this week. I do feel like you're going through the process of a manifestation, which generally needs testing. So when we're manifesting something, we use the magic of our, I want to say life force energy through our emotional self. And we use that emotion to navigate the world around us and to basically create through perception and judgments of things. So I think this week is one of those weeks where you might be feeling like you're a little bit backed into a corner when it comes to your emotions, because there is the Five of Cups over here. That represents some sort of emotional disappointment. So if you do find yourself emotionally disappointed this week, just know that there is a silver lining. There is something coming through that is going to save the situation if you just turn around and look at it from a different perspective. Because I do feel like with the Empress here, the Empress is about enjoying the luxuries of the emotions of life and sitting on her throne and knowing that she can do anything. She can be anything. She can have anything if only she surrenders into her emotional state. So I think ultimately this week, guys, you're mastering your emotions and your passions and reactions to things, because we do have the Five of Wands over here. This is generally the card of disharmony. So that could be disharmony with the self or disharmony in the environment. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I do see that there could be some arguments this week, particularly in relationships. So if there are some aggravating energies, let's say, this is a week where you don't want to buy into it. You don't want to respond. You don't want to get caught up in the passion of the moment, because it could lead you to a very big disappointment later on. So it's just a heads up, guys. Don't get backed into a corner emotionally, and don't react in such a way that you create some disharmony in your environment, because you are starting to get your practical affairs in order. You are starting to get to a place where you can see the pathway forward, where you know what has to happen, where you know what the practical, logistical process is going to be for you. So the Hierophant is also about magic. And I think this week there is a sense of magic around you as well, because I do feel like the Magician combined with the Hierophant is all about having the creational ability to put your order into the universe and to co-create something with the universe this week. So make sure that you're keeping your thoughts and your vibrations at the highest possible frequency to make sure that the universe reflects that back to you, is what I'm trying to say. So with the Queen of Wands in your reading, I do feel like there is a need for an instigation with passion. Like, I think that there's a need for you to re-inspire yourself in some way. There's a lot of fire in your cards this week, guys, and fire is generally all about passion and action and movement and inspiration and all of those things. So I think that this week with the Queen of Wands coming in, she's letting you know that you need to reignite and inspire yourself in a new direction that you are manifesting right now as a result of the disappointments that you've currently going through or been through just recently. So just know that it's all purposeful and that this energy is going to pass off after this week. Not every week can be a killer superstar, guys. It's just life, you know. Some weeks are great, some weeks are not so great. And I think that this week particularly, you could be challenged. So knowing that that is coming gives you a power. It lets you know that You don't need to resist the process. If you just fall into it and trust your intuition and trust your guidance from your inner self, you've already mastered all of this. You are the Hierophant. You're at the top of the game. You are the magician. You are making all of this happen. So just remember that the Empress just sits on her throne and observes. She doesn't enforce anything, and I think that that's what's going on for you guys this week. It's a week of focusing on the practical things, focusing on what you can control, what you can contribute to, and mastering your emotions and not reacting to feeling defensive with things. It is time for a leap of faith, and basically that means getting out of your own way and letting the universe take control. Not reacting to things, as I was saying before, is like the biggest message this week. The importance of sleep. I think sometimes when we're worried about something or we're going through a challenging week, we can forget that we actually need really deep, restful, restorative sleep. So I would say to you guys, this week is a week where you've got to remember that you need sleep. I think it's really important. I think a new perception, like after an argument, once you have a sleep, you wake up and everything's reset emotionally. So if you do find yourself getting emotional this week, just go and have a sleep. Don't react on the external world. Just go to sleep. Walk away, go to sleep. Hush, listen. So again, this is all about being responsive, not reactive. I think it's deeply important that you actually listen to people this week on a spiritual level, on an intentional level. What are they communicating to you really? What are they saying to you really? When we're in a reactive state of being, we can often make assumptions about what it is that people are saying based on the words that they're using or the way in which their tone is or the way in which they're acting. And sometimes it's unconscious behavior on the behalf of the other person. Maybe they're not communicating clearly. Their intention was to say one thing, but it came out a different way. So just take a minute this week to stop and really listen to what people around you are trying to say. Listen to their intention. Listen to your inner voice, your higher self, and allow yourself to see things from a higher perspective. Now is not a time for judgment. Now is a time for stepping back, listening, taking a leap of faith that everything is going to be okay, regardless of the emotional triggers that are going off. Because when we take a step back and get the sleep that we need, the newness of what we're actually manifesting can come in. What else, please, Spirit, for our beautiful Virgos this week? What else is going on for Virgo this week? Also, there could be some government organizations that you're dealing with this week. So Centrelink, the Passport Office, any government body that is in control of a certain financial aspect of your life, you could be dealing with them this week. So if you are dealing with them, don't get defensive. Just be open, be honest, let them know what's going on. And I think that you'll have a really great outcome because you're manifesting a conclusion for whatever it is that you're dealing with. So if you're applying for a passport this week, I think there could be a bit of a delay in getting that passport, but you will eventually get the passport. If you're dealing with Centrelink, you could be seeing some lengthy delays in them responding to you in relation to whatever it is that you're inquiring about. And if you are dealing with any other government bodies, this could even be hospitals, it could be Medicare, it could be any of those organizations this week. Just know that you need to be patient. Don't expect a quick reaction. It is the government. They do take time. Pay attention to the colors that you're drawn to this week because I do feel like there is a message in that. Sometimes if we're drawn to blue, we know that we're working with our throat chakra, which means that we have to work on our communication. If we're drawn to green, it can mean that we are dealing with emotions and we need to heal those emotions. So the chakra system represents different colors and different frequencies of emotion, and how we control our chakra system is actually through our emotions. So could be a good week to learn about that, guys. What you can't change on the outside, you can learn new information and empower yourself on the inside. Illumination. Something's coming to light this week that might trigger you. As I said, not every week can be a superstar week, and I think that this is one of those weeks where the universe is illuminating for you everything that's not in alignment with your highest good and helping you to recognize what it is that you're manifesting around you that is your creation. It's through your perception that you're actually doing this. And if you just take a step back and look at things from a different perspective, you'll see it differently because a different light is shining on it. Universal Christ. It's in our moments of darkness that we actually find the light. Without darkness, the stars can't shine. Without darkness, you can't see anything in light. So it's the contrast in our lives sometimes that reminds us that we're all one. The light that is me is the light that is you, is the light that is the chair, that is the light that is the world. And we need to remember that when we're going through the darkness. Know that there is a bigger perception. There's always a higher way of looking at things. And it's that universal Christ, the Christed one within all of us, that actually illuminates the reasoning behind everything and the frequencies of what it is that we're going through. So I think this week, guys, it's one of those weeks where it's head down, bum up. Try and get yourself into a situation where you are removing yourself from anything that's triggering you. Try not to overreact, and just know that next week is going to be a lot better. So sorry to be the bearer of bad news this week, guys, but you have to be honest. I can't choose what spirit brings through for me. It's better to know than not know, and it's with the intention of love and empowerment that the reading comes through. So I hope this helps you this week, guys. Please let me know in the comments section how you reacted to this video. I would really love that. And I will see you guys in the next one.